Alright, so I kind of want to document the process of working on my car. I'm doing an automatic to manual conversion. And I really hope people out there will find this helpful. If you have the same car as me, hopefully you'll be able to follow this as much as you can. I didn't include as much of a tutorial-based info, just kind of documented what I was doing whenever I could. Had some help from my good friends. There are other people that kind of show you how to do this, but I mean, this is just, I mean, I feel like I've included a little bit more than what other people do. I've seen people just say, alright, so we converted it from auto to manual, that's how you do it. And I'm not going to show you exactly what I did, because I'm going to have to do the work alongside my friends, and whenever I get the chance to plop the camera down and get some actual work going, I will do that. But for the most part, it's going to be jumping around a bit, so I hope you guys find this helpful. So let's get on to it. Just picked up the parts car, paid $600 for it, runs and drives. It only push starts though. Just starting to dismantle it, got the whole brake light assembly out so far. I'm going to let it cool down, just went for one last drive real quick, had some fun in it, and keep you tuned up on how the breakdown goes so far. So the car looked like it had been previously attempted to break into. Either the owner or somebody just wanted something inside, because the car is not of much value, especially in its condition. There was plenty of drug paraphernalia inside, and the car was so filthy, just about everything in it that you had to touch was covered in, I'd want to say, at least years of just grime, just dust so thick, and spilled sodas in there, and just sticky and nasty and stained. The interior was disgusting. I mean, the seats were in pretty good shape, but just of how gross it was inside there, definitely didn't want to hang on to those. I'm wearing some gloves so I don't contract the bullets. As you can see, the inside of this car is very, very filthy. He's got Skittles, drugs probably, ketchup packets, and like $7 in change, and a random screwdriver. And it's pretty gross. We got some beer bottle openers too, because I guess he likes to drink and drive as well. But yeah, as we're cracking on in here, I mean, you could probably feed like a whole like African village or something with all the crap in here. That wheel gap though, you know what this car deserves. Alright, get it all up on there. Alright, hot off the presses, some fucking oil in there. Alright. So as the great Martin Luther King Jr. said, before creation there must be destruction. Well, that might have been that dude from Dragon Ball Z, I don't really remember. Anyways, as you can see, just kind of starting with the pick apart. Just got the valve cover off, the camshaft position sensor distributor, a couple little things here, battery, power steering, just cracked off the exhaust manifold real quick. Drained the coolant. Everything's very, very, very cramped in here, so just got to take off the donor car parts, just kind of breaking it down slowly. Haven't even touched the transmission yet. Just kind of taking what I can salvage in case if I ever want to use it for some reason, something breaks. But later on today should get cracking on that transmission. Also salvage the binnacle here. Took the switches too in case if anything ever breaks on mine. Gonna take the steering wheel off as well. Gonna get started with the shifter assembly soon. As you can see, it's pretty disgusting in this car. It's not really that hard to vacuum or take a wipe, so please guys, take care of your cars. We've got the clutch there, and a system here that works for me pretty decently is little plastic bags and labeling. Some bolts for the EGR. As you can see, I've got this box, and in here I've got the bolt for alternator, exhaust manifold bolts, fuel rail bolts, and nuts, I guess I should say. So we remove all the accessories to the cylinder head and all the block and all the pulley stuff, and we're trying to get the axle nut on this side off. Got the one off on this side. You gotta essentially disconnect the hub from all the suspension components, and then you can disconnect the axle. I don't have enough light in there.
See the axle on that side.
Yes, we got all that off. Pulled it out. We gotta work on the other side. We're spraying tons of lubricating and penetrating fluids, trying to get it to break off, but it just does not want to. And so hopefully we'll get the other side off. Just got all the shift cables off from here. So let's see. Listen, come on.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Gotta sit in this nasty cockpit again. The little chair, press down the brakes as hard as I can. Let's see if Mike can break it loose by hand. You got it going?
No, the rotor's spinning.
It's still spinning. I've got this thing, hold on. I've got this thing pressed down really hard.
Pump it a few times, try and build some pressure up. Alright, now try it. Nope, just spinning the rotor. Woo! It's broke. This one.
So what are we trying now?
We're gonna jam the flywheel so that the engine will lock. We'll lock up the engine so I can manually try and turn that axle nut with it in first gear. And eventually the whole thing will lock up and then it won't allow it to spin anymore. Whoa, what the hell? Did you undo?
Alright, so that is going to be the end of part 1. We later find out as to why the parts car did not want to start up on its own without a push. And probably upload part 2 sometime next week and a half maybe. I'm just going to start editing on that soon. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys next time.